short story. Why did I decide to do insanity? Why did I pick Beachbody products? A few years ago, just like everybody else, we had a big major credit crash, and companies and things that I worked for ended. The housing market was destroyed. It was really, really bad. Financially, it was bad. Emotionally, it was bad. Physically, it was bad. Prior to that, I had trained myself and ran my first 10K race. I had dropped a bunch of weight, and I was feeling really good about myself, and my health was good, and everything was great. I ran the 10K. I came in last place. I'm not technically a runner, but but I wanted to do it. It was something I wanted to do for my birthday. So I ran that 10K. I lost weight. I spent like 6 or 7 months, just running every day. Maybe took 1 or 2 days off. And I had my birthday, because that's what I was doing it for. I was doing it for my birthday present. Had my birthday, and after the 10K, I just stopped running, and I stopped working out, and that was a little over 5 years ago. Basically what happened, things just started getting bad. Financially, things started getting bad. Emotionally, with everything that was going on with the finances, and I just started getting depressed. Just like everybody else, I got depressed. And I'm an emotional eater. When I was growing up, my mother used to work in a bakery, and she gave us cookies and ice cream and cookies and milk and stuff like that was our treat, as well as our comfort food. If something was going wrong, Mom just bust out some cookies. So as I grew up, I started to begin to believe that, whenever something was wrong, if I felt bad, I felt depressed, go to the cookies. And guys, let me tell you, I found myself eating a pack of cookies per sitting. It was very, very bad. I was really eating a lot of cookies. And, throughout the last 5 years, I've tried to stop eating as many cookies, and I tried to, cut back on them and things like that. But, every time something else happened, I just, bust open a pack of cookies. And then it got to the point where cookies weren't enough. Then it started to be snack foods and Little Debbie donuts and things like that. And then it started getting worse because, I started doing the double cheeseburgers at McDonald's. And, I would eat 3 or 4 of those a day. They were cheap. They were $1. I was working. I was driving around. And you could go with $4 and, you can get 3 double cheeseburgers and 1 giant sweet tea, for $4 and some change. And, that would be my meal. And that was actually, if it wasn't every day of the week, it was at least 3 or 4 times a day. And, it started getting bad. It was bad. It was very shameful, really. I really not proud of myself. So now I decided, I'm not going to eat double cheeseburgers anymore, and I switched to double stacks, which was, same thing as a double cheeseburger from Wendy's. I was eating that. And I was just getting worse and worse, getting heavier and heavier. My health wasn't doing well. I started feeling worse. My heart started working harder, trying to get the weight off, and trying to keep myself alive, really. My heart was working too hard. And I'm 40 years old, guys. I'm 40 years old. I'm an African-American male, which basically means I'm predisposed for a lot of things, like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. And these things are just, stuff that happens to guys my age, my demographic, all the time. Patrice O'Neal, a comedian, he died from diabetes complications. Heavy D, a rapper, he died from problems due to his weight. Gerald Levert, you name it. I'm just running down a list of guys. Nate Dogg. These guys are my age, and they started just dropping like flies. And then I had another friend of mine who died from kidney disease, and then another friend of mine who died from a heart attack. And then there's another guy that I play football with who's suffering from diabetes right now. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I looked at my children, and I said, you know what? they're more important to me than my desire for snack food and junk food. And I started making changes. Started making changes with my diet. I started cutting out a lot of things. Sugary drinks, I started cutting those out. The cookies and the cakes, I started cutting that out. The snack foods had to go. And then, of course, I had to stop with the double cheeseburgers from wherever restaurant I was getting them from. And those things had to stop. And as I started weaning myself off of those things, I began to not eat. You know, I was just cutting down on my meals, and I did not realize that, you know, I was forcing my body into starvation mode. You know, okay, yeah, I wasn't eating as much junk food at all, but I was actually forcing my body to just hold on to weight. So then one night, Wendy and I were just kind of laying around watching TV. You know, it was late, and the Insanity commercial came on, and I looked at that commercial, and she looked at me, and she's like, "Go ahead and get it, babe." You know, and I'm like, you know, all right. Now, mind you know, months before that, we had been looking at P90X. You know, like, yeah, let's get that. We'll get that. But when Insanity came on, I saw there was a 60-day program. The lazy in me was like, okay, it's only 60 days. That means I can get it done in 2 months versus 90 days on P90X. So I'm like, forget that P90X stuff. I'm going to get this Insanity. I don't need no weights and stuff like that. You know, little did I didn't realize, I didn't pay attention. I didn't know that they were by the same company. And nor did I know that Insanity was just going to be a monster too. So we ordered it. It came in the mail. I opened it up. I took some pictures of it. I was all excited. But I found an excuse not to push play. Oh, we don't have enough room in our house, or you know, we don't want to wake anybody up. You know, there was always the excuse, you know. And that thing sat on our bookshelf we got it in September of 2011, and we didn't start doing Insanity until April of 2012. That's how long it sat on our bookshelf, because I just kept coming up with excuses. Well, you know, eventually we moved into this place, and kids got sick. You know, I got sick. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, it's time to get this thing going. Wendy and I started looking at each other, and we were like, you know, it's time to get moving. So we popped it in. We pushed play and started feeling great. I mean, it was really hard to start with. I mean, we were icing ourselves down every single night after the first couple of days. But then as we started getting better and stronger, we started seeing the results. We started feeling better. We started eating better, more clean meals, more salads, and more fruits and vegetables. We started working with the Shakeology. We started working with the Results and Recovery formula. And next thing you know, things are starting to slim down. You know, this stomach was, sitting up like this, and it was an everyday occurrence. And I had to blow it out there just to get it up there. But it's not where I want it to be, but it's darn sure not where it used to be. I'm starting to get my arms are starting to come back. I don't know if you can see, but I'm starting to get my arms, and my definition is starting to come back in my arms, which wasn't there before. They're starting to cut up a little bit. I had a very high percentage of body fat that I had to get rid of. I was 360 pounds. There was no muscle showing anywhere. It was just fat, just everywhere, just fat all up in my neck and all around my arms. I was a fat dude, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was a fat dude. I couldn't see my feet when I looked down. I couldn't see other things when I looked down. It's like, wow, where'd everything go? My stomach was sitting out so far, and it's just bad. You go try to do things with your kids. Can't do it, your legs are hurting, your body's hurting, your body is aching. But now I'm feeling better. I'm getting better. Everything is going to work out. So that's my story in a nutshell. I want you guys to do what you can to get better, because getting better is what's important. I've been talking about getting better for a long time. It was through my ministry, now even through Beachbody. This is still a ministry for me. It's a way to help people reach their goals and get better. Better for me means BETTER, breaking every tie that endangers reality. What's endangering your reality? Is it your weight? Is it your eating habits? Is it your sedentary lifestyle? Are you sitting down too long? Whatever that is, it's time to get better. It's time to break every tie that endangers your reality. Listen, guys, love you all. God bless you. Look forward to reading those posts and seeing those results. If you're interested in being a part of Beachbody and you'd like to make me your coach, I have a team of about 28 people right now. It's going pretty good. Check out my website, www.beachbodycoach.com/Javid73. Click join or click take the Beachbody challenge. Get your product, get your workout, and let me know. It'll actually update me once you've done that, and then I'll contact you. I'll make you a part of our Facebook group for accountability, and I will be there for you, supporting you, giving you information, answering questions and things like that to help you make it to be the best you can be. That's it for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I got a couple of clients I need to see today. I need to get this breakfast going. I don't know exactly what I'm going to have. I got a couple things up there that's set aside for breakfast, but I'm going to pick. It's either going to be oatmeal or probably maybe just a smoothie. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys take care. God bless you.